What is up, everybody? It is Hobbs Horror back here to discuss episode 2 of our horror cult exploitation films. And before I start getting really deep into the trash and the exploitation and some of the more, crazy Grindhouse films, I wanted to do one of my favorite modern cult exploitation films, one that many people consider legendary, and that some people actually love this movie, saying this might be one of the top Grindhouse films made. This is the 2011 film Hobo with a Shotgun, starring the great Rutger Hauer. This is the actual disc itself. I know most of you have seen this or have not watched this, maybe have it in your collection, because I know that Dollar Tree had it for sale for a while for a good price. I don't know that all of them had the slip with it. I do want to thank Sean Blue Digital for the hookup on this one, because my location did not have it, and he did get this one for me. This film is approximately 86 minutes long. And let me go over the lead cast here. We have the great Rutger Hauer, Gregory Smith, Molly Dunsworth, Brian Downey, Nick Bateman, and director of photography Kareem Hussein. He's been in several other films as well. And let's get right into this one here. This is an interesting film, definitely. And this film is directed by Jason Eisner. And let's talk about this a little bit. So you have this older guy who's trying to find a way for himself. He arrives off this train into this kind of what they would call urban town. And he wants to make a life for himself. He wants to make a few bucks. So, he's kind of walking around, evaluating the city when he arrives into this town. And he obviously sees that there's corruption in the town. As far as that goes, there's crime. From what he's heard, there's pedophiles even going around. Just absolutely terrible, terrible things going on. And at first he thinks nothing of it, and he's like, this is crazy. What's going on with this town? It's unbelievable. I'm getting in my latter years of life, and I need to do something about this. So he goes to this pawn shop, and really he's looking for a lawnmower because he wants to start mowing lawns for a living and making money and being able to kind of get himself back off the schneid. And he sees a gun that's available. He says, you know what? I'm going to take crime and fight back with my own 2 cents. It seems like the police are corrupted here. I want to, be kind of like a hero, for lack of a better term, So the premise is he decides to take matters into his own hand and start fighting crime. So then he buys the gun and starts to pick people off, gets into wars with people. Obviously, as you can see here, there's different types of people he's dealing with, different characters. And basically, it's just like a modern day, 70s Grindhouse film. But it has a lot more action than I've seen in a lot of those films. So basically, you have Rutger Hauer here fighting crime as a hobo. And, this one I had to also talk about because he did pass away, unfortunately, in 2019. But I do want to give you my thoughts. With this particular film, the action was on point. The kills were on point. There is a manhole cover scene, which I'm not going to say specifically, that has to do with a decapitation. And it was absolutely brutal. This movie is brutal in times. Really well shot, really well written as well. and I had a blast with it. I could probably watch this from start to finish 2 or 3 times a day. I just could not do the whole series without mentioning this film, even though it did come out in 2011. I remember when this first came out, everybody was talking about this film. I'm quite surprised to see that it made it to the Dollar Tree rankings, but it's well worth it. If you like action and you like, crime and mysteries, and you kind of like vigilante movies, and you like a lot of blood and gore, this movie is for you. If you like 70s Grindhouse, highly recommend it. Um, I don't have a bad thing to say about this film. I've loved this film since the day that I seen it, and I could not continue the collection without at least talking about this one first, as there will be more of these type of films being shown on my channel. Um, Go check out your local Dollar Tree. It might still be available. If not, check out eBay. Highly recommended. This one does have the digital copy, which I believe we've already given away in the channel. But it's just has everything you want from it, from action to gore, and just a tad bit of nudity on it. I mean, it just has everything we want from a Grindhouse film. A double-barreled mayhem blazing with nasty neon glower and smoked nutso action. You really can't sum it up any better than that. Lots of features also on this one, folks, if you get this one. Do yourself a favor. Go check out Hobo with a Shotgun. It is the perfect exploitation film, taking you back to that 70s, early 80s Grindhouse feel. And do me a favor, if you like what you're seeing on this channel, please subscribe, like, enjoy, and watch. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And more of these to come. This is Hobbs Horror. Catch up with you guys later.